Guys, it's Wednesday. I woke up this morning and thought it was Friday, and then I quickly realized it's only Wednesday. There's a little bit more week to go. But when should you take a look at or start thinking about your estate plan? Now would be a great time because COVID-19 is a real thing. At this point, pretty much everyone has known someone who has been impacted by COVID-19 or who's become a victim of it. Coronavirus is not discriminating. It's just hitting everyone. Different socioeconomic backgrounds, different races, different countries. It's literally just not even being selective here at this point. And there are also, and I also say now because we have a lot of downtime. I've seen so many TikTok videos and memes, and some people are just living their best life, and the sense of humor is everywhere, and I love it. But since we have so much downtime right now, guys, this would be an awesome time to go ahead and think about our estate plan. And then in general, there are certain life milestones where I think you should go ahead and revisit your estate plan. Or if you haven't even created an estate plan, it's a great opportunity to start thinking about it and creating it. So one would be death. If a family member has passed away, that's usually a good reminder or something that just triggers the thought process about the fact that we are not immortal. And so it's, a good reminder to go ahead and consider your own estate plan. Marriage. Chances are you're going to want to include that new spouse in your will or whatever your estate plan mechanisms are. Divorce. Divorce is a great time because chances are you don't want to include your ex in your will. You see it all the time where people, they have a will created with their first wife or husband and doesn't go well. They divorce. They remarry and they never remember to go back and update their estate planning tools. And then they pass away. And everyone's rather shocked when the new wife finds out she's not going to receive anything from her husband's estate. And the ex-wife receives everything. Of course, this happens also with ex-husbands, but just an example. Also, births. Births are a great opportunity to rethink your estate plan because chances are you're going to want to include that new bundle of joy in your planning tools, especially in your will. Guardianship, who's going to take care of this baby if you were not able to. These are all things that you need to think about. And, a reminder would be these life events that triggers the thought, oh, you know what? Let's go ahead and do our will. Let's go ahead and see if we have to, create a trust or whatever it is you're going to be doing for your circumstance. But also, I always say that you should take a look at your estate plan every year. And the best way to remember to take a look at it every year is when you file your taxes. We're supposed to file them every year. And so if you're filing them every year, just remember, I'm not saying redo your will and redo your estate planning mechanisms every year. I'm just simply saying pull them out, take a look at them, and see if it needs to be updated. Like, are these still the same people that you want to be beneficiaries? Do you still have relationships with them? Are they still alive? I had a case in New Jersey. I want to say it was 2008, where this, she was an older woman, and she was a philanthropist. So she was very well known, very well respected throughout Bergen County. And she passed away, and I had to go and take a look at her will. I'm not going to get into the why because that's a whole other story, but I had to look at her will, and her will was from the 1970s. Her will was executed before I was born. And the problem we had was everyone that she had named as a beneficiary in her will had passed away before her. She had only named her siblings, so it wasn't too hard to figure out who was now going to take those interests. And it was all of her siblings had children, so it was even easier because now the children were going to take their parents' share of the estate. But the problem was she had a nephew who was at that time sitting, I guess I'd say he was a resident of state prison, for several different charges, but convictions. But one in particular, I can't even say allegedly. So he had been convicted of attempting to murder his aunt. He had put a hit out on her. And so here he is in prison for that crime. And here he is also in prison for that crime, about to collect from her estate. Now, I'm not saying that she would have not included him in her will. From what I understand, she never believed he did it. So she very well may not have revised her will, and she may have just gone ahead and named him specifically in her will. Who knows? We don't know. But that's just, and I'm also not saying that you guys have, a situation like that in your family background, but I'm just simply using that to highlight the importance of taking a look at your will every year, because, having a 30-year-old will, it's just not a good look. It's not a good idea, guys. You need to keep it updated. And the frequency with which you specifically will have to update your will, it's different. Everybody's situation is different. You may not have to update your will after 30 years. You'd be one of the lucky ones. That would be pretty awesome. But some people do. So like I said, situations change. A lot changes in your life. And so it doesn't hurt to at least take a look at it. So those are my happy nuggets for the day. Have an awesome day and enjoy your day.